T7M Radio brings to you the best of 7 Sports Talk with 7 Mitchell.
Cleveland Cavaliers select LeBron James. Denver Nuggets select Carmelo Anthony. Anthony for three.
I want my damn respect too.
We're both going into our 19th season. I mean, that's very, there's not too many people that can say that.
So I just talked to y'all about Dame Lillard was interested in playing with Ben Simmons, but a new report is coming out when we're talking about the potential trade for the 76ers star Ben Simmons. Let's get into it. This is 7 Mitchell with the best of 7 Sports Talk. We live from the YouTube channel. We're just going to chop it up, man, bust some things down. So the Philadelphia 76ers, as they begin to gather momentum in them trade conversations for Ben, the Portland Trail Blazers reiterated that one of the Sixers' top targets, who was going to be Dame Lillard, is not available to be discussed, according to ESPN. Now, Philly told and the Blazers had connected in recent days. The interim GM of the Portland Trail Blazers, Joe Cronin, made it clear to the 76ers that the franchise still plans to continue building around Dame. Now, the Sixers are more engaged, it seems like, on multiple fronts when it comes to talks centered around the trade of Ben Simmons. Philly has been aggressively trying to assemble a 2- and 3-team deal structured to land some type of package that would include a top 25 level player to go along with Joel Embiid. Now, my stance still remains the same, even though I don't think it's going to happen. I feel like Ben Simmons is actually the damn problem. Dame is wishy-washy to me. He did reaffirm his desire to stay in Portland, but there has been talks about Dame being frustrated in Portland. I'm hearing talks about the rest of the teammates in Portland, how they are kind of disappointed and frustrated at Chauncey Billups. Ben Simmons has yet to play for the 76ers this year, saying he was addressing his mental health issues before rejoining the team. He had made a trade request after the Sixers had lost to Atlanta last year in the Eastern Conference semifinals. Portland let it be known they're not going to get rid of Dame Lillard in a trade. We thought that Ben Simmons was going to wind up playing with Dame in Portland if that was going to happen. So that we now also predicted, we knew the asking price was going to be high for Ben Simmons because he's under contract for so long and so much money is at stake. I knew Philly wasn't just going to give him away. Then we got Big Giannis, the Greek freak who becomes the franchise block leader. The Milwaukee Bucks, they ended the Houston Rockets streak last night. So shout out to Giannis, the Greek freak. He became the franchise leader for career block shots Friday night as he helped lead the Milwaukee Bucks to a 123-114 win over the Houston Rockets, snapping their 7-game losing streak. Now, the Greek filled up the Greek freak, he filled up the stat sheet, 41 points. He had 17 boards, 5 assists, 3 steals, and 2 blocks. Those 2 blocks have now moved Giannis past Alton Lister as the all-time leader in Bucks history when it comes to blocks. Giannis, whose 1.7 blocks per game average is the highest mark since the 2016-2017 season, also holds the franchise records for free throw attempts, defensive rebounds, and triple doubles. So Giannis right now looks to be the greatest Milwaukee Buck of all time. This is the second time this year that Giannis has recorded 40, 15, and 5. The rest of the NBA only has one game, and that was Joel Embiid, according to the stats and information from ESPN. We got some talks about Bill Russell's memorabilia. Looks like it's worth a lot of money at this auction. So the jersey that Boston Celtics Hall of Famer Bill Russell had wore in his final game, 1969, the NBA Finals clincher game that earned him that 11th championship. The jersey sold for more than $1.1 million at an auction Friday night at TD Garden. Russell's first championship ring, that went for $705,000. His 1956 Olympic gold medal, that went for just under $588,000. Russell's 5 NBA MVP trophies were also up for the auction. with their combined sales price at about $1.3 million for all of his trophies. Now, this particular auction that we're talking about, it had featured 430 lots accumulated by Russell over a career in which he won 2 NCAA titles, 11 championships in 13 years, and the 1956 Olympic gold medal. The top 18 items alone brought in more than $5 million. Now, Bill Russell was also active in the civil rights movement, marching with Martin Luther King and standing with Muhammad Ali when he was stripped of his heavyweight title for refusing induction into the Vietnam War. A page from Bill Russell's scrapbook was also included, which also included a signed letter from Jackie Robinson sold at the auction for like $94,000. The 87-year-old Bill Russell has pledged some of the proceeds to Mentor, which connects young people with advisors who can pretty much provide them with opportunities that they would probably otherwise miss. And the Boston Celtics United for Social Justice, which fight racial injustice, social inequalities in the greater Boston area. So Bill putting his money where his mouth is. God knows the Boston area needs him when we talk about racial injustice. This is the best of 7 Sports Talk, man. 7 Mitchell in the building, just chopping it up. Last night we had a little bit of friction between KD and Trae Young. Did y'all see Kevin Durant and Trae Young going at it? Trae Young knocked down a 3-pointer, followed by a trademark slippery layup to cut the Hawks' deficit to 1 point. But the next time down the floor, Trae Young watched KD crouch in the defensive stands in front of him. KD's defensive moves on Young over the last 3 minutes was really the key in Brooklyn's 113-105 win over the Atlanta Hawks last night. But they definitely got a little physical. KD didn't have that same energy for Draymond. I'm tripping off of that. He was all in the young boy space. Trae said they good. They've played with each other. They've known each other for years. Trae had 31 points of his own in this game, but he shot just 2 for 7 in the fourth quarter with 2 turnovers. KD did admit he was a little physical out there. Said he kind of pushed him a bit. But he's known Trae Young since the point guard was 10 years old. KD said he wanted me to get up out of his space, and I respected that. Just a part of the game, nothing personal. It's all competition. Now, again, he didn't have that same energy for Draymond. Golden State Warrior coach Steve Kerr is going to be named the next men's national team coach for the USA basketball squad. Steve Kerr, the 3-time NBA champion coach with the Golden State Warriors, has been selected as the next coach for Team USA. Steve Kerr is going to replace Greg Popovich and lead a reshaped USA coaching staff into the 2023 World Cup and the 2024 Olympics that's going down in Paris. Now, on this coaching staff with Steve Kerr, we're going to have Phoenix Suns coach Monty Williams, along with Miami Heat's coach Eric Spoelstra and Gonzaga coach Mark Few, according to sources. Salute to my guy, Anthony. So Steve Kerr got a big responsibility now. He's going to be coaching the men's basketball team moving forward, starting in 2023 at the World Cup. Steph Curry said he was very excited about Steve Kerr leading Team USA. Curry, who has been kind of non-committable when it comes to playing in the 2024 games, this could definitely increase his opportunity or his chances to want to play if his coach is pretty much leading the squad. Steve Kerr was an assistant on Coach Pop's gold medal winning staff in Tokyo this year. Monty Williams was a member of Mike Krzyzewski's gold medal staff back in 2016. Eric Spoelstra, he had some winning experience, 2-time NBA champion with the Heat. And Few from Gonzaga, he's transformed himself into one of the college basketball's elite programs. All right, man, peace to my NBA family. It's your host, 7 Mitchell, with the best of 7 Sports Talk. I just wanted to take this time out to say thank you to each and every one of you guys for so much support for the podcast. I hope you guys are really enjoying some of the outside the box angles we take, bringing you in these NBA storylines. Please don't forget to like and share. Most importantly, rate the podcast. You can follow us on social media. All the links will be in the description. And if you would like to contribute to the Best of 7 Sports Talk platform, we have merchandise available, as well as links for the merch, and donations will be all in the description. Once again, thank each and every one of you guys in the NBA community for supporting the show. This is 7 Mitchell with the Best of 7 Sports Talk. Let's talk some NBA action. Pretty good, solid squad. That's a fact, Anthony. Now, the assembling of these coaching staff is the first major decision of Grant Hill's tenure as managing director of USA Basketball. So I didn't know that Grant Hill was the new director of USA Basketball. And this was pretty much Grant Hill's call as far as who to put in position for the coaching staff. Jerry Colangelo is who Grant Hill replaced. Jerry Colangelo retired after 4 gold medal teams with Mike Krzyzewski and Greg Popovich. So it's a new day. It's a new age when it comes to USA Basketball. We got some people that's now leading the way. Shout out to Steve Kerr, man. Once again, congratulations to him. This is the Best of 7 Sports Talk, man. 7 Mitchell just wanted to come past, drop some info on some of the latest and hottest news going down in the NBA, man. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. I definitely plan on going live later on tonight. I think I'm going to do a debate panel. I think I'll open the lines up, have a debate panel, let some of the supporters come through. We can chop it up, talk about some topics here in the NBA. If you guys would like to support the network, please shoot us a small donation. Cash App information is on the screen and in the comment section. I hope you guys enjoy this Saturday. We will be back at y'all later on this evening. I'm 7 Mitchell, man. You are now rocking with the best. This is the Best of 7 Sports Talk. About to get up out of here for tonight's games. Let me see what we got on the schedule. Now, there are some teams in the Euro League that can beat weak teams in the NBA. I believe that. I definitely believe that, because we saw in the Olympics how some of these foreign players, it's not like back in the day when we had the original Dream Team and everyone that the Dream Team played, we were beaten by 30 and 40 points. We saw this year alone how players, coming from Euro leagues and just, foreign players, they are serious. They are aggressive. They pound in the post. They're not starstruck as some of these players that we have in the NBA. So I think that you got a great point that, some of these teams in the Euro League can hold some weight. Now, can they beat teams in the NBA? I mean, it depends on what we're talking about. If we're talking about one game, it could definitely happen. It could definitely happen, because most of these players that's playing in the Euro League, they either played in the NBA before or they was just pretty much one step away from making the pros. So you put a great Euro League team against maybe OKC or the Indiana Pacers, Houston Rockets, they might be able to squeeze a win. I don't think in a playoff series, though, we could count on a Euro League team beating an NBA team, even the weakest squad. If we're looking at a 7-game series, I don't think so. But on any given night, I definitely have to agree that the Euro League could hold some impact when it comes to, the opposition. Now, he says there were recently basketball games between the top EuroLeague teams. And the top South American teams, and the European teams easily defeated the teams from South America. Wow. Now, who is on the roster for South America? Because at the end of the day, fam, this thing boils down to talent and chemistry. Sometimes talent can oversee the chemistry of a team, and sometimes the chemistry of a team can oversee how much talent the opposition has on their side. Case in point, the Brooklyn Nets. We know how much talent we saw on paper when they came to Brooklyn with KD, Kyrie, and James Harden. But the chemistry is not there. These guys are not fully assembled. They have not played a substantial amount of times. So there'll be teams that doesn't have as much talent as Brooklyn beating them, just like we saw last year in the playoffs with Giannis, because of the chemistry. So real good point about the EuroLeague teams. I want to know who was on these squads, though, for South America. Because my brother Anthony, he hits it right on the head. No matter how weak the teams are, we still got to keep in mind these are still NBA professional basketball players. There's only a certain amount of people that's eligible to be in that brotherhood. So like Anthony says, some of the weak teams are still very good. They're just going to against the best competition in the world. That's the thing. That's how we're measuring it. And that's what I think fans, Anthony, fail to do is look at who we're measuring, the competition. You look at LeBron James. LeBron James is, I believe, about to turn 39 years. How old is LeBron? About to turn 36, 30. I forgot. I think he's about to turn 36, 37, something like that. 19 seasons in the league. Now, you look at LeBron, and some people will say he lost a step. But look at LeBron James and look at the average 36, 37-year-old. He's light years way more athletic than, the average Joe. So even if LeBron loses a step, he's still greater than most. Yes, so he's 36, about to be 37. So we have to strictly compare these guys to the level that they're on. Making general statements and comparisons makes absolutely no sense because these guys are the best of the best, and it's only a fucking handful of them out here. You may have a point there because I have never been sold on the summer league when it comes to the NBA. I've never been sold on the games that they played in the summer league. And to be honest, I know I'm probably overlooking some players, but there's never really been anyone coming out of the summer league that made a immediate impact on the basketball court when it came down to the regular season. So I'm not sold on the summer league. You're right about that. When we talk about college, I'm not sold on NCAA until it's tournament time. What I would have to do is really tap into the EuroLeague and see on a night in, night out basis if they really have what you are saying they can deliver on a consistent showing. Because that's what separates champions from everyone else is consistency. So who would you say is the best team in the EuroLeague? Like if I am about to go do some research on the EuroLeague, what team, what players, who should I be focused on? Who should I really be locked into? Because I'm going to definitely do my homework and I want to do some comparisons. But who would you say is the hottest leagues, right? Who's the hottest teams right now in the EuroLeague? And who's the best player in the EuroLeague? That's what I want to know. Who's the damn MVP? And who can we compare him to? Can we compare the MVP of the EuroLeague to the MVP of the NBA? Last year's MVP was who? Nikola Jokic from Denver? I don't know, man, but y'all let me know, man. Again, you are now rocking with the best. This is the Best of 7 Sports Talk. I'm 7 Mitchell. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. About to get up out of here. Hope y'all stay safe. I will catch you guys most definitely later on. Links will be in the description box if you guys would like to purchase some Best of 7 merchandise. Links will definitely be available. Make sure you copy your merchandise for the holidays. Once again, if you guys would like to donate to the network, I believe the Super Chat is available. Or if you would like to donate directly to the network, our Cash App is available. Every $1 definitely counts and help. So we appreciate that. Kentucky got some guys. Anthony Davis, Cat, Towns, Karl Anthony Towns. You mentioned John Wall and Boogie Cousins. Did Marvin Bagley play for Sacramento? I mean, who plays for Sacramento? Did he come out of Kentucky? They had a couple players come out of Kentucky that have been doing their thing in the NBA. When I look at it now, I wonder what school has had the best players, Carolina, Kentucky, or Duke. That should be a decent breakdown. But let me get up out of here, man. Let me sign off. I will definitely be with you guys a little bit later on this evening. Y'all stay safe until we catch up again with the next live stream. Peace.